Yeah. Should we start? Should we wait? What do we do? Okay, guys. Anybody in Canada? Anybody on statutory holidays? I'm here working this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll start. My name is Lily. I am product manager here at Picvario, and today I'll be showing you the features for our new release for June. Let's get started. If you have any questions, July 4th weekend NYC, yeah. That's pretty next week, right? Nope. Oh, this weekend, yeah. All right. So we have a few things ready for you. First of all, we changed our settings panel a little bit. It still can be found here, but this is what it looks like. And we have made it easier to manage users within the platform itself instead of having to go to the usual admin site. So here we have users, which can be further categorized into groups or organizations. I will speak to those in a little bit. Users can also be searched. Let's say, I receive all the people who are in the Picvario organization. Same thing for filters. Now we can look by groups, including or excluding, apply those, and by organizations. So it will make it easier for you to locate anyone you're looking for, especially in a moment, I will also speak to this when you've added new users, for example. And as always, add users. You can add them yourself and attach them straight away to an organization or a group. And they will be added or our invite link option. Okay. Further, we have created groups. These groups are in relation to permissions. For example, we have split them in this example into 4 categories: contributors, read and import, editors, where all functions are available to you from naming, tagging, sharing, and so forth. And then we have unverified users. These users will be able to view your assets, and the way we have set it is with a watermark. This is the default group. Once people add themselves to the system, they will be placed here. As you can see, I can further work with these users. They will be shown here as the example, and then I can add them to a group or give them further permission or remove them completely. All right. So, and then we also use read and download for general users. Same thing, you can search through these groups if you have many, and you can add groups. All right. Here we have added organizations. Basically, on registration, people can add themselves to an organization, or you will be able to add them to an organization. For example, here I can see all the users we have in this company. I can add more users here from our list, or I can remove users. Simple. One second, I have to check the chat if there's any questions. Nope, no questions. Okay, so this is how this works, and let me show you what it will look like once someone is registering in the system, how they will be able to add themselves. So for example, let's say I'm signing up, and here you'll have the box organization. Let's say I know that I know I'm from Lily's Muffins, for example. I could select this one, and that's the organization I will be put into. Administrators will have to verify, because you can't have everybody saying they're from, I don't know, they work for Taco Bell when they don't. And if a person is from the organization that doesn't exist in a list, for example, let's say Mary's Plants, it will not show up in the list, but the account will still be created and the user will still have access to it. Easy peasy, makes sense? Any questions about this? Nope. Okay, got it. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. As well, this time around, we have added watermarks. These can be turned on in system settings. They are here. They're already turned on for me. Click Save. And the next step would be to add a watermark. And this can be found right here in Design. Same as here. You just upload the watermark. I could be corrected by someone. I don't think there's many restrictions, but we have used PNG, and it has to be a clear background. But it can be any size. All right. So once it's added, save to public users. I have open an incognito tab, and this is what it will look like once it's set up. Okay. Hello? Oh,
Hello.
hello. All right. So, and further on, these watermark features can be controlled in the admin panel. 1 second, let's start from the start. You will go to Home page, and then you will go to Permissions, and then you will go to Rules. Let's go to Public. For example, organizations included. This is public. Groups, owners, all good. So here for public, the basic read permission is on, and now you can add read with watermark. So that is what I was showing you in Incognito tab, where my assets are shown to the public. They will be marked with watermarks. All right, and I also wanted to add that watermarks are generated during import. So those will be added automatically.
Really, I have to add that
Yes,
for the assets you already have in the system, you can run the process to reread. Go to the page where you logged in.
Where I'm logged. That's smart. Yep, good one.
Yeah. Yeah. This one. Yeah.
You go
and
to
you go to the processes,
and
there is a feature creating preview. If you run it for selected images, the proxy versions with watermark will appear in the system.
nice. Sorry, guys. Still new to this too. Let's see.
Yes, Lil, please go ahead.
Yep. See, all good here. All set. Okay. And so do you guys have any questions for watermarks? Anything? No? How to add them? Permissions, rules? No? Nothing? Okay. All right. So next one, statistics. Oh, we all love numbers, don't we? Okay. So basically we have now created a file for you to watch who is using what at what time, which assets, let's say, are most popular for download, and which size they were downloaded in. We have source, we have organization, we have the user, and time, and UUID. And basically, you can see all of these here. You can work with them, you can search them. And as well as in previous settings, we have filters from date by organization, including, excluding users, UUID, export type, file. And please correct me on this if I'm wrong. You can add more filter settings, correct?
Yes, exactly. In tech administration page in Django, you can set the necessary parameters.
So you go to home, and then you go to content, and then you go to stats field. Oh, content export stats fields, add stat field, and then you'll be able to add a column here that will be shown also of all your exports. So, and as well, I wanted to mention that this number is how you move it closer or further from the left side. So for example, I have UUID here first. And if I wanted to add file size, for example, and I want it on the far left, I would set it to our max number. Make sense? All good? All right. And our final, which, hang on with me, this is very difficult for me. Okay. You can download an Excel and you can work with these files. However, this Excel can also be used further. Let me explain. In the admin panel, you go to content, assets, and manage assets with Excel filters. So basically, this feature can be used to remove all assets from the system, and the system will sort through them for you based on the parameters you set. Like, for example, let's say I'm removing this, just that one. Okay. From the system. Okay, so I would choose my Excel with that one image. And then I would go to UUID because that's what I want to sort my assets by. And then Okay, my UUID is in column A. Yep, that's correct. And I'm gonna do exact. All right, so if I run it, it will remove that image. Can I run it? Do we have time to run it?
Yeah, it's very simple.
Okay. So basically now this asset should be removed. Let's look at it. Nope. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah, you have to refresh the window.
And it should show with a red like exclamation point, right?
Yes, exactly.
I
What
should.
is the
Delete all original files. Is this correct, right?
yes, exactly. Was modified. Do you remember the UUID? Just copy and put it in a search engine. Search string. Click
Still
on
here.
it. That's strange.
Okay, I'm sorry. In theory, this works. We'll figure this out. Give me a moment.
We have to. Okay, let's. We will let you know why it was.
Yep. I'll personally send an email to everybody with a recorded video of me actually doing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. All right, so these are all our features. If you have any questions, I can take them now, or I can pass on the conversation to Sergey, and he will tell you about our future update and what else we have coming. Do you have anything you want me to go over, to look into, to let me see the chat?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part of the for the watermark.
Yeah, do you mind if I send you a recording instead? So, or do you want me to show you something? The watermark is very simple.
Okay.
We have it here. We changed the system setting a little bit, and the option, you turn it on right here, and then save. And then when in design, where you usually have the sign-in logo and system logo, you add the watermark. Here we used a PNG on a clear background. It works best. Again, save. And then newly imported images will all have your watermark on them.
And then there's a way to run. I saw it, like you could rerun it so that it had. Okay, yeah. If you want to send me a video, that's fine.
Yep, it will be here under process, create preview, and then you can select all your assets, and then you just run, and it will be on those ones too. And I'll send you the video recording because there's also some explanation about who is able to see watermarks, who's not, who's able to download without watermarks, and who can't. So, okay. Can watermark be positioned at a specific point on screen? Yes, I actually had this question yesterday. I do not know.
I can explain. Right now, we didn't do it actually. In a small preview, the watermark is centered, and the bigger previews, bigger proxies, they have the like tiles in a row with watermarks. we will try to make it more complicated in the future, but for now it's like that. You can prepare the file PNG file with borders, and the watermark will be positioned in some place of the frame, but it is the only way to change it. And there is a question about after tagging.
Yep.
I have to say that for now, we switched on after tagging, and for the users, you can, for the assets you already have in the system, you should switch it on and run the process again, selecting pictures. Go to assets, select some of them, and automatic tagging run, yes. And you will see you have to refresh window.
It's here, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's already started, I guess.
Mm. Oh, I have it selected in English and French. That's why it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So this is what it looks like. How auto tagging works. Basically, it catches whatever Canon image. Is that what you're asking, or did you want it just to know how to turn it on? Is there anything else?
Mm.
Nope.
The next question about the import through browser. I have to say that the browser is the easiest, but the least stable way to import assets. So if you need to import 1,000, I would suggest you to do it via external storages. We have the options to connect. And for example, you can add S3 storage, FTP storage, or Google Disk, or Dropbox, and this would be much more stable situation, because it's not the problem of our system, it's just a limitation of your browsers. And we do not recommend import by drag and drop many assets. I would limit it to 100 assets as maximum, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Okay, P-Cloud, got it. Siblings, P-Cloud. Yeah. I think we might have one more question, and then we'll go to new features. Is that okay? Because someone's typing, so.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's wait. Maybe it's a question, maybe it's a comment, and then uploads. Nice. Some more? No? Anything else we could help with? Explain? Can I speak about the invitation emails? Oh, for users. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, what is the question? Oh, no, we don't hear you. Sorry. Your microphone is on, but we don't hear it. I don't know.
We don't.
Maybe you just print your question.
Is there a way to limit the drop-down organization on them? Wait, let's start. Will you add animated preview for GIF files? Oof, yeah. I think I spoke to you about this before. Yeah, we talked about it. Do you think we'll be able to do something?
Let me reply to the question. First, Pcloud. In our roadmap, we are trying to overview the general positive result on every step of development. That's why having all these external storage connectors, every connector costs us some approximately 4 or 5 days of work of whole team of programmers, testers, and so on. That's why we prioritize the external storages by the number of people using them, generally speaking. And I would say for us, the after Dropbox and FTP and S3 storages will be, I guess, Box as the next option. But of course, we will look at Pcloud, and actually we can do it if you need it like this. You can sponsor this development, and we can do it in we will set it in the first priority. How often storage is updated for new assets? As far as I remember, the preset is now 10 minutes or approximately. We don't want to make it very fast because it's extra work for the system.
And could you also answer about the GIF files? There's
yeah,
we have discussed this before.
Yeah. As not only GIF, but all new formats we have to support. We again looking at all the wishes, and I will put it in the estimate on our roadmap, and we will try to support these files soon. We will also in our next release, we will support the text files like Microsoft Word, Excel files, and extended support for PDF files, PowerPoint files. So the system will be not only the system as a classical digital asset management for creative content, but also just a system working with documents. And actually, I would like to share a bit later the mock-ups of the list screen we are developing right now. You will see probably first as a customers what we can expect.
I think would we also be able to have animation, I guess, on, for example, like just like to have them move for like a few seconds when you hover over them, or like on videos? Because like animated previews would be like them moving a little bit.
The Actually, at the moment, the preview on the screen is just a JPEG file. So to play this preview, we have to rebuild the system. We will discuss. But the other proxies you see as a moving files. So preview of video, you can see what happens. Is there a way to limit the drop-down organization on the back end?
Like you mean on registration? 1 second.
Do you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So there was a point where you were showing about the invitation, and someone gets invited, they go to sign up, and you can have a drop down of their organization, right? And they can choose the organization, and then you're saying that, so that they're not just signing up with any organization. If you're inviting them to this, is there a possibility to put maybe a safe domain in the back end, so you can limit, when you're going to send the invitation, you can limit them to just that organization, or just like a public sign up where they would just, a special link with us?
But when you invite them, you already enter them into an organization, right?
Right.
So like,
So when invite them, so when you go to invite them, right, you have the organization here. Then they're going to come to the sign up, and they're going to have a drop down with the organization in there, correct? And they have a list of all the organizations.
Yes, but there is a like sort of helping feature to choose your organization and print it in a proper way, if it exists. And there is a delay, you won't see all the organizations registered in the system. You will see just a few. Close to what are you printing in the screen.
Okay. Can you go back to that sign up screen real quick?
Yep, of course. This one or the logged out one?
The one where it says sign up.
Yep.
I think it was in incognito.
Just have to log out.
So in this part here, is this a special, I guess, based on my invitation from my organization, or is this going to be a public one and they choose the organization?
There is this, again, in the system, there is the, in admin panel, you can choose if you accept this sign up from the people not registered.
Okay. So this is basically somebody coming in, putting the organization, and then I can confirm that they are part of the organization.
Yep. Right
here.
Yes.
You can. You see this. Lily, one step back.
One step back. Okay.
No. Yeah. Correct. You see this George Pipkin. There is a sign that this user is not verified.
Yep.
So before you give them some rights to work and confirm him that he belongs to organizations, really, you probably should call the contact in this company and make sure this person really working in this organization and can be registered. When you confirm.
So a quick question. If I set up my organizations, like let's say I set up, I have 5 clients. Those are the 5 organizations I have in your product, right? So I send out invitations. I tell them, listen, anybody from your organization can come in and sign up. They go to that sign up page. They're going to see a list of organizations to choose from. My question is there a way to put like a safe domain list where they can only choose their domain?
They don't see a list. They only see a list when they start entering it, and with a delay. Like you see, it doesn't even show here. Like for example, Lily, it's only when I actually give it enough information, it gives you the option to auto-complete it.
Okay.
Like see, right here, it doesn't even give me anything. Here, it does.
Okay, I got you. Is that a mandatory field?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, no,
Okay.
asterisk. No. Yep.
If the mandatory has asterisks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. How often external storages? We got that one. Sorry, I couldn't make it on time. We will send you a recording. A lot was talked about. Thanks for clarifying. A pleasure. Then plans to add a payment gateway like Stripe.
You see all this structure of this external registration in the system, statistics, organizations, other steps to monetize your content. It's actually the way you already can work using this feature, having some contract with the companies who would like to license your content, and you give them access, and you see the report, you see what they actually downloaded, and at the moment you can manually charge them for the license. So it's the first step, I would say, the light version of monetization. The next step, you are right, will be linking to Stripe. You will, and also we should consider implementing some pricing structure in the system to make it more comfortable for you and your clients.
Yep. Okay, so I'm seeing, I think that's all the questions. Oh, guys, thank you. Awesome product. Yeah.
Thank
Our
you very
dev
much.
team does an awesome job. And so let's move on, because we still want to tell you about the new updates, what's happening, what's coming. So I'll pass it on now, and if there's any questions, I'll try to answer them in the chat if it's possible. If not, we'll take them up again. Okay? Sergey, do you want to continue?
Yeah, you just, yeah. Let me share my screen, one sec. Hello, and I have a file. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm. A little bit blurry, but we can see it.
Yeah, one sec. So this is the next update on the system. You see, it's just a small design, redesign of the panel. Still the taxonomy on the left, but we also have this column of collections on the left. Why we added it? We plan to create so-called list view. You just press a button and see the same assets as a list. It's especially useful when you use not say pictures or videos, but documents, and you could still select and drop to taxonomy, or you can select collection, press on it, see the existing assets of collections, or you can make some search and again drag and drop in the selected assets into the collection. And there is a just table view, even simpler without previews. And the next step will be to add storages in this external storages in this panel. So you can press button of the storage you connected and to see what belongs to this particular storage. So it is the next plan, along with the supporting the doc files, Excel files, and Excel files, and PowerPoint, and external extended PDF controls. That's what you can expect approximately in a month and a half. And there were many questions about after tagging and other features of AI solutions. We are going to connect to the system. And actually, we do a lot of analytics. We run negotiations with many companies, like, for example, Mobius Labs. They have not only after tagging or some search features through AI, but also many other features. For example, the automatic cleaning or changing the backgrounds and etc. So it's a next step. Will give you the options to use AI you would like to use in your particular environment. I see you use you produce a lot of graphics in Figma. Yeah, the Okay, thank you very much for the request. For the Figma, I think the integration would be helpful, generally speaking. Canva and Figma maybe should be in the priority list of our next integrations.
Yes, Canva, please. Okay, I've added it to the list of features. Please post there. We do go through it, we do look at it, and we do appreciate it. Also, if you have questions, I know it's easier to reach out to us directly, but if you can, could you please go to the community, because everybody has these questions. And I know most of you have met Anna, but Anna receives the same questions over and over again. We try to answer them on our community, on our website, and so forth. But it would be great so everybody has access to it. Maybe other people will find it and it's just easier to see. So we would love if you can post questions there, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. Does anyone need a link? Yeah. I'll send a link right now.
Thank you, Lily. And thank you all for coming. And we will send you a letter after this webinar. Actually, sorry, it looks like a bit disorganized, but it's actually the first webinar for this auditory. And we would like to send you an email with sort of query, and actually we would love to learn more about your companies and the way you use the system, what you really like, what you really miss, and what we can do to work better.
Yeah. Thank you. If you do send us feedback, we greatly appreciate it. We read through it, we write it down, we put it into charts, tables. So thank you for the time you input into our feedback. We use it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any last minute questions? Anything we should take on before we go, or everybody's ready for the long weekend here on this side of the world?
I got a good question.
Yes.
So one of the things I use this this DM system is to organize my clients' photos, and a lot of my clients, travel around the world. So they send me, 200-300 pictures, which I upload to Google Drive, or they may have on Dropbox and so forth. So most of it is about organizing their pictures. Now, one thing that I do love about what you have available is the geolocation. Because I was using multiple applications to find out exactly where they are. They don't have time to tell me where these pictures are sometimes, so I have to organize it before, they come back. So, I uploaded some pictures, and one picture that I have, for instance, has the XIF geo, but it comes up as no latitude, no longitude. It does say show on map, which is great, and I'm able to try to locate it, but because the longitude and latitude doesn't show, I'm not able to see that. What would be great if that worked, and also maybe exporting that information to a spreadsheet so that maybe we can have that information in there, so I don't have to go ahead and try to rename this manually. But just by getting the longitude, you may be able to give me suggestions on what this place might be, or the actual location, so that we can just name that asset automatically. And when they come back, they can just go through the approval process of, what pictures they want, without having to remember where they were, what date, and so forth.
Yes, actually, we read we can read the whole IPTC data, including the altitude, and I think the some sort of report, like in Excel, is possible to organize. Yeah, just send us some sort of reminder in a letter with this wish. I will discuss it with the team.
Maybe an example, maybe an example, some more information would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll reach out to you, and we can have actually, a Zoom meeting or something, so I can show you what I do, and we can walk through it.
Oh, would be great. Thank you.
Okay, so are we? Yeah, I don't see any questions. There's no typing. What do you guys think? Are we good to go, or?
Really, thanks a lot. I think. Oh, thank
Perfect.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Hope to see all of you in our next release. See you. Bye, guys.
See you. Bye.
Hope we have an open. Please, anytime, write me an email, and I will have a Q&A with you if you'd like, or show you anything.
Lily, just remind your address. And mine is 1 sec. You can also mail to info. We will sort it out anyway, and or to support.
While we're still, we have a few of you, we can do personal questions and answers, so message us.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Yep. Happy long weekend if you're on a long weekend.
Okay, guys. Weekend. Bye.
Bye. See you. Hopefully see you all soon again. Bye. I'm shutting down, right? All good? Nope, yes. Someone's typing. Someone's typing. 1 second. Okay. All good.
Thank you.